Let's get right over to Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner. So, Brooks, what has changed with this latest cone?
Yeah, the latest cone is narrower, indicating greater confidence in where it's going to go. It remains at 120 miles an hour, a strong Cat 2. It's expected to become, a Cat 3. It's expected to become a Cat 4 overnight tonight and then make a landfall tomorrow afternoon, probably close to Port Charlotte in Charlotte County. That's where like Punta Gorda is, a beautiful area down there. You've got Gasparilla Bay, that's just north of Fort Myers. And then from there, track toward Orlando as a hurricane initially, but a weakening hurricane, but tracking fairly slowly. It looks like a landfall in the afternoon by Wednesday, and then by the time it gets up to Orlando, it'll be Thursday morning. In doing so, expect torrential rain from basically tomorrow late morning right through Thursday morning. And I'd mentioned this is a weakening Category 1 hurricane at this point, becoming a tropical storm. We could still see hurricane force wind gusts around the Orlando area, but for the most part, most of us shouldn't see it gusting much past about 50 or 60 miles an hour. But most of those gusts will hold off until Thursday, and at that point we'll have had so much rain that a lot of the trees will be kind of in a weakened state. They won't be rooted as firmly, and that could lead to a lot of tree falls and associated power outages, which may last for several days or maybe longer than a week in some communities. After that, it works up into the Carolinas. If this track looks familiar, you're right. Hurricane Charlie in 2004, 18 years ago, took an almost identical track. Very interesting how that worked out. Every storm's different, though. Charlie was moving faster. It was a smaller storm. This one's moving slower. It's a much bigger storm. The wind field is going to be very large, and so we'll see the first tropical storm force winds in Orlando. That is gusts over 40 miles an hour tomorrow in the afternoon, associated with some of those bands of very heavy rain, and there will be embedded tornadoes tomorrow afternoon. That will be a factor. We'll have, no doubt, many tornado warnings through the day tomorrow. Hurricane force winds in orange may make it into Orlando in gusts tomorrow night. Maybe. We'll see how this goes. This is kind of a worst case scenario graphic as far as a National Hurricane Center forecast for if this holds on to a little bit of strength. We may see some hurricane force gusts, a dying Cat 1, a tropical storm by the time it gets into Orange County. But that's why we've got hurricane warnings in effect for Orange, Seminole, Lake, and Osceola counties. After that, it'll weaken and move out into the Atlantic before curving back into the Carolinas. As far as rain goes, this is hot off the press. This is the latest future rain. This is the GFS model. Orlando could pick up between 18 and 20 inches. We could see a stripe of very heavy rain, most of this falling Wednesday night, between Lakeland, Claremont, Leesburg, and DeLand, of 20 to 30 inches of rain. Now, the exact track determines who gets the most rain, but if we do in fact see totals even approaching this, where we get over a foot of rain, there will be extensive flooding. Even if your home stays dry, which I hope it does, a lot of roads to get there will essentially be cut off where they won't be passable. Now, the heavy rain begins tomorrow morning in pockets. It becomes a little bit heavier as we head toward midday as far as the consistency of heavy rain, but then we're expecting torrential rain that'll be raining for hours at a very high rate Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. So this will be tomorrow night into Thursday morning, and that's when we could see that extensive flooding. All right, John and Luann, it's all about the rain tomorrow and the tornado risk, the torrential rain tomorrow night, and then the big wind gusts on Thursday. A lot of power outages, but don't forget, if you lose power, you can watch our live coverage on the Fox 35 app. You can download the Storm Team weather app as well. It's all there in the palm of your hands. Back to you.